All right, let's see. I'm just trying to get the chat working here. Don't know if it's coming through. I think it is. Well, what's going on? All right, let's see. Too many applications. Okay, seems to be working. Sweet. All right, can everybody hear me? All right, can everybody hear me? Yep, that's coming through all right. All right, let's get light burn to our project going, I guess. Oh, shit. Let's save this. Call this USA Honor. Start a new one. All right, so let's see. What project can we get fired up on our laser today? We've got what's coming out. It is, it's not tracking either. Let's fix that. Tracking speed, upper body. Maybe that one's 2. Normal tracking. There we go. All right, tracking seems to be working. The other camera's on our laser. All right, so let's get a project going. Change this to our main. We're just in light burn right now. I think I might have to get a few more monitors over here so I can keep everything, so I could see the stream and also design some projects. St. Patrick's Day. Well, we can make some coasters. I don't think I've made any St. Patrick's Day coasters yet. We could use the array tool. That could be fun. Or let's see if we can, maybe we can get ChatGTP to give us some laser files that we can engrave. Let's see what we got here. I would like to work with you to create Let's see what that comes back with. Sellable fast turnaround. Design concepts. Well, I like these ideas. It's crazy how quickly that designed all that stuff up. All right, so what do they call that? That's the St. Patrick's logo set. All right, I think AI is getting a little confused here. Yep, these seem like these are different. These are different images than I was looking at. Oh, these guys. Here we go. All right, let's just drop this image in here and see what happens when I trace it. Well, these don't look half bad, so I don't think I'd do the border though. These actually turned out very well. Well, this one, the horseshoe is a little off-centered, but not terrible. All right, let's check to see what kind of coasters I actually have. So I've got round, I've got hexagon. I should have. I wonder if I have a round template here somewhere. Now I've got the square templates. Doesn't look like I have a round template. Let's just take a quick measurement and let's just make a quick template. So I think that these are 4 inches and they're 3 7/8. So let's get this in the laser and then we'll just set it up for 3 7/8. Once we cut that 3 7/8, we can go back and repeat it. No, this isn't the best board. This is a little bit. And again, this is just going to be a fixture. All right, so we just need a circle that is 3 7/8. So holding Shift and Command. And we're just going to go, hey Siri, what is the decimal for 7/8? 0.875. 0.875. Okay. And we'll just raise our laser up. Helps if I have the laser plugged in. Alright, so the laser plugged in. Just home that. Looks good enough. Put our kickstand down. Okay, let's see. So for this, we're going to want 700 by 70. We'll do 2 passes to make sure we cut through. And we will, oop, yeah, we'll go. All right, that was our first go round. Now we got one more go round. And that should have cut, yep, completely out with no issues. So now if we move this out of the way, I guess I could have moved that over, but now this will fit perfectly in there. But we also want to remember we only really have about 3.5 inches to play with. We'll put that in, and let's just readjust our laser. Since this slate is a little taller than our little plywood fixture here. We'll get that squared away. We'll home our machine. We're going to make this into a tool path, and we're going to lock this. And now all we want to do is make one that is 3.5 inches. And we'll just center that. And we'll lock this one as well. Okay, so now let's check one of our designs here. Let's ungroup all of this. I'll take this one here. I'm just going to group that back together. So 'Center that. And here's my handy book. I know I gotta make myself a material library, but I haven't done that yet. Slate coasters. Oh, never wrote down that amount. So let's save this for right now. Let's open another one where we did coasters. All right, these are my dad's coasters that I did. Oh, and those are the cork. Let's see. $4,080. Let's see what the interwebs say. All right, let's get our glasses on and give that a go. Well, let's turn our fan on. All right, while that is lasering, let's see if anybody has any questions. I don't think I need this on for questions, but what projects are you working on? And do you have any St. Patrick's Day projects? And have you used AI to design any of your projects? I'm going to zoom in on this design here. I really need to start getting my CNC machine up and rolling too. I got that just right here. Yeah. I don't know if this can zoom and follow or not. There, now it's zooming. So I've got the CNC over here, and that's hooked to another laptop though. So this is what I was able to carve the other day. Probably set that up and see if I can get this to carve correctly on the other side here. So let's get that squared away while we're working on the laser over there. Tell you what, the CNC is definitely a different animal than the laser. All right, so now all I did was flip that piece of scrap walnut. We'll open up our other laptop that I got here. Eventually, I think I want to get this one laptop to connect to both of these and maybe have it set up, I don't know, maybe on a pole or something. Well, that's firing up. All right, that St. Patrick's Day is looking pretty awesome for an AI generated thing there. All right. What's going on, Jack? I am trying to set up my CNC. I should probably get another camera set up over here so you can see what's going on. I could do that. Just give me a minute here. There we go. This is... I still haven't gotten those super long cords yet. Keep saying I'm gonna order them. I just gotta get on Amazon and do it. I'll get those 20-foot powered USB cords. But I think I can get my phone on this. Let's see. Oh, that early. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Waiting for connection. Let's see how this goes. All right. CO2 and fiber. Sweet. I'm still trying to figure out this CNC. I'm slowly getting there. Okay, so that's that. Let's see if I can add that in here now. All right, so this third screen, I guess I'm gonna have to edit this this template that I have, one for the laser, one for the CNC, and all right, so this is the CNC that I've got. You got your 4 beers in and you're painting. You shouldn't be huffing paint while you're drinking the beer. Well, I guess it'll hit you a little quicker. That'll be good. All right, so let's adjust this down. I wonder if I can make here. Let's just make this just a little bit bigger here. Got the laser still going on. Yeah, all right. So that's cutting in a little bit, but you can see at least with the CNC what I'm doing here. So I don't know if I'm always doing this correct, but I watched a few videos online, and I am using the WilmerWrenchWorks software. So you can see I got the WilmerWrench. I don't know if I want to use that or if I want to use Vectric. I don't really like the idea of paying $700 for software. But I see just as I'm getting ready to start using WilmerWrench, they're going to charge $100 or $200. All right, so now I got to move this over a little bit. Nope. Just 5 millimeters. Okay, so that's where I've got it homed on the bottom left corner. And the way I've been doing this is I've been using this little sheet of paper. Oop, no, that's way too much. All right, so now we're gonna go up. Get out of there. All right. Use that little piece of paper till it just starts to scratch. Okay, so I think that's right. Now I constantly have to remember though that I have to turn on, I gotta turn on my thing with this control or the spindle doesn't start and I'm gonna snap the bit. I'll go to menu. Dial that up to 100%. Hit cancel because I forgot to zero everything out. Glad it gave me that warning. Now we hit start. All right, let's see what that does. Okay, let's see. What have I been missing out on? 24 by 30 Winnie the Pooh wall hanger. No, that seems pretty cool. Now, where do you get your designs from? Like, are you lasering all that or are you CO2ing it? And where do you get your bits? Have you ever bought any of the CNC bits off of Amazon? Got my little handy dandy. I think I'm trying to do too much with that bit. Let's see. All laser. So I looked at IDC, but man, they're $30 for one bit. I was hoping to get like a 5-pack for 30 bucks. Let's see how this came. That ain't bad. Let's drink St. Patrick's. The machine I have is 1/8 of an inch. So I can buy, it's an ER11 collet, but it's a 300-watt spindle. So I can buy another ER11 collet that allows for 1/4 inch, but it's only a 300-watt spindle, so I don't know if that'll be enough power to run a 1/4 inch bit. Or this company, Wizmaker, sent me that, or Artisan 01. They also said they were going to send a 500-watt spindle, so I think the 500-watt spindle may be okay for a 1/4 inch bit. So right now I'm thinking of just getting the 1/8 inch bit. And I know they sell the Badger. I was thinking about getting that, but that's for roughing, but I also need a bit for carving. So I'll need at least minimum 2 bits. Let's get, and I think you see here. So this one I had already put the clear coat on, and this one I had not. The IDC bits, because I run a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch deep with an 80% step over. You see, I want to know, like, you have the design of the two guys on the pole, the linemen, and did you use Vectric software? Did you pay for the Vectric Pro, or did you use the Vectric standard desktop? I guess that's my main question. All right, that's a pretty nice St. Patrick's Day one. I think I'll keep that. Let us control duplicate. Group this together. All right, so that's coaster number one. Let's see, which one are we going to do next? The hat? St. Patrick's Day, Luck of the Irish. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Group that together. Let's see, I have Vectric Pro. Sometimes I need to go bigger than 24 by 24. That is really the only difference. Oh, that's the only difference? See, I thought Vectric Pro let you do V-carve and the standard did not. Because I would like to do some of that sort of carving, right? Because that's when you get and just carves it in there. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all that out, but I should probably look that up. Let's see. So V-carve is in the desktop. Let's unlock this. Oh, I guess that is centered. Okay, so the only difference between Pro is larger than 24 by 24 and gadgets. So V-carve and all of that other stuff you can do in the standard. And I guess if you want to upgrade from the standard to the regular Pro, you just pay the difference, right? Yeah. Okay. But still, what's the desktop is running? Let's see. I think that's 350. Let's take a look. And you could try it for free. I don't really want to try it until I buy some of the bits. All right, so 350 equivalent to 1454 a month. There we go, compare. All right, let's put this on the main screen here. I don't know, I tried FreeCAD and I did not care for that at all. Import assembled Vectric clip art. Import SketchUp 3D model. Image trace vectorization. You can't make the G code. What was the point? They just want you to play with the design. You can't actually send it to the machine. That's lame. All right, so I don't know, like, what is the 3D modeling, 3D sculpting, 3D? Like, I want to do the 3D carves like you're the two guys on the line on the pole. Is that not considered 3D? Or I guess that's not even in the Pro anyway. That's in this Aspire stuff. That's 2D. Oh, because it's on a base, so it's not actually, it's just kind of sticking out of like a picture. Engraving, 3D toolpath preview. Yeah, what was your, here, let me go to your page here. Because I've been watching all your videos. Let's see here. There you go. Our first one up. I think I gotta go to your actual, yeah, let's go to your actual page. I like this video here. I just watched that one. Is it this one? Like this stuff here. This, you got all that grayscale and stuff. This guy. So this is, where is it? Yeah, so this carving here, is that 2D? STL files for 3D, yes. I was watching a video of IDC. That guy, he makes a lot of videos using Vectric, and he was using their 3D software. I forget what he called it. Image something. It's probably on my history here. Not toolpath. Where's my history? What's going on, Ken? I was gonna call you Kentucky. What's going on, Ken? Let's see here. History. CNC software. Millimage. There's the badge of this. What was this software called? It's by Vectric. Easy Create. That's it. Yeah. I am making this guy here. So we just made our first St. Patrick's Day slate coaster. We're making a second coaster. Yeah, but he used Easy Create and then he imported it into his V-Carve. I don't know where that. Oh. Nope. Yeah, so he used Easy Create and then he imported that into Vectric. The ads. Too many ads. Yeah, he did the laser and everything else. But yeah, these carves look awesome that he did. And these were all AI generated. This is the kind of stuff I want to do. But if I, so can I do this using the Pro account, not the, or this desktop, not the Pro? Let's see. 3D machining, is that? 3D, yeah. You got to buy credits though. It's all kind of weird. All right, so maybe I'll dump the 350 into Vectric. All right, perfect. That's what I needed to know, if that would do that. All right, let's check out this. Where'd it go? All right. There's the laser. Let's check out the CNC though. Hopefully this came out. This is my 4th CNC project. Okay, so I got some fuzzies in here, which aren't terrible, but I guess that's how I had it set up in the Millimage software. You know, that's not bad at all. does take a little getting used to on setting up where the machine is supposed to start. I think we only had a little bit of chip out right there and there. So the little detailed pieces. But even here, that's cut decent. So I think that came out all right. Got our W for the win, or for the Wilmer. I want to try to make signs. And I like the fact that this was pretty easy to do, but I think it's very easy to do in Vectric. Oh, Easy Create only works for Vectric. I don't know what Carveco is. I can't look at too many. I looked at FreeCAD and all, Easel and all. Some are CAD, some are CAM. It's a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, $20 for 200 credits. How far? Yeah, Easel sucks. I like the way that Milmage, the Lightburn is set up, or the Milmage software is set up, because you go straight from the CAD to the CAM. So it's all one program. You just switch between edit and control. That's very intuitive, and I like that. So if you use Vectric, does that also control your CNC, or do you have to still use a separate software? All right, yeah, yeah. I was kind of disappointed too that they didn't have the V carve with. Let's look up V carve CNC, just so I can make sure that we're thinking about that. V carve is like this, right? It's where you're just basically using a V bit to cut out. Well, Ken, I'm right there with you, man, because here, I'll show you. So my CNC is only about 16 inches by 16 inches. So it's not terribly big. I know a lot of them are a little bit smaller, but this one is the Wizmaker Artisan. I mean, I like the fact that it's pretty solid machine. I don't like the fact that VCarve only lets you play in the software, not actually cut. At least Milmage lets you do everything. I didn't see a release on when they're gonna have a V carve on it though. I think that W looks pretty good. Yeah, it's just deep enough too. I think it's what, 5 millimeters deep. Final depth 3 millimeters. Yeah, that's not much at all, but man, it looks good. This was the first one I did. I didn't really understand how the one with the one with and one without V carve. Well, they don't even, Milmage doesn't even have the Pro yet. They just have the standard. They said the Pro would be out shortly, but let's see if they have a release date on that. And while I do that, let me make it smaller so we can still keep an eye on our laser. Okay. All right, let's see. So Milmage. Okay. Milmage is here. Buy Milmage. Yeah, so you can only buy the basic. You can't buy the pro yet. I got the email yesterday that they were releasing. I thought I'd have more time to test it before they started charging for it. I mean, it's a nice software. It's just going to be a learning curve. Yeah, I got that. Let's see. 24th it came out. Yeah. What's today? 26th. Yeah, 2 days ago. I think I downloaded it on the 22nd. Yeah, I still get the 30-day free trial. I don't know. I try to get them to send me a free copy since I make videos and stuff. I'm like, hey, I make all these Lightburn videos. Why don't you hook me up with a free copy of the Milmage so I can make videos on the tutorials for the CNC. They were like, yeah, it's available for purchase. Uh-oh, I think this one might be a little off center. This one's centered up pretty well. Yeah. I'm still running version 19 RC. Let's see, what am I running? Yeah, I'm running RC 19 also. I gotta learn all about the speed rates. I like how IDC has the whole library, though. They don't have a library for Milmage yet, though, do they? All right, let's see. What design should we do next? This one out of the way. No, I didn't start it for the center. Or I centered it on the board, but I just made a quick fixture. I cut a circle that was exactly the size of the coaster, so the coaster fits in the circle, and then I just center this in that. Probably should have made it a little smaller so you couldn't see as much card when you go all the way out to the sides. I did not make these graphics. No, I typed a prompt into AI very quickly, and it spat back all of these designs. I should probably make some designs though, but it was just I didn't have anything prepared for today since I've been playing with the new machine, and I have the golf cart battery installed. I guess I've had so much going on. I haven't been able to sit down and make some tutorials. I should actually make a tutorial on how easy it is to work with AI and have them make all these graphics. You know, it did all these little these things that you can't use the border, but if I got rid of all these borders, most of the rest of these are good to go. You know, this we wish you pot of gold. You know, what was the prompt I used? I don't even remember. Let's see here. St. Patrick's Day. My original prompt was, I would like to work with you to create a laser file image for St. Patrick's Day that I can engrave on slate coasters. And then it got very excited and spat back bestseller energy, and it gave me all these options. Here, let me put this on the main. So it gave me this option, which I didn't care for. Gave me these, which were I mean, they're more like stickers. Gave me these. These were pretty good. I could probably make some of these. These are nice. I like how it's just two-tone. I should save this. Yeah, let's save that image too. And then it gave me this, and I downloaded this, and then once I imported it into Lightburn, I just traced the image, and I'm deleting everything that I don't want. Ew. No, that is not a great way to spend St. Patrick's Day. Okay, this is sort of centered. Let's check it here. So we are at 3/8. That's so close. 1, 2, 3. It's like 5/16. So it's a 1/16 of an inch off. But you can see this one I did not put lacquer on originally. And this one I did. I clear coated this one, and I did not clear coat this one, and it really does make a difference. So I think what I might do is I might grab a cardboard box real quick, or actually let me grab a piece of this scrap. I'll get a couple more of these circles. What do you think? Well, I did 2. I'll do 4. Oh wait, these are already done up. Oh, look at me prepping. All right. Should just prep all those as soon as they come in. Let's see. How long is this one going to take? 12 minutes. Let's home the machine and start. All right, let's read some more of these comments here. I recorded a video today remaking a design in Lightburn where I took the SVG to Fusion to extrude it so I could 3D print it. That's cool. I've used Fusion a little bit because I've gotten that new 3D printer. I need to work on that. So now I got Lightburn. I gotta learn Vectric or Milmage, and I got Fusion. So many different softwares. Ugh, so much stuff to learn, but so many new things I can do. I got to start getting some product together. I've got a craft show coming up on March 28th. So hopefully I can sell quite a few things, and if I sell enough, I can actually afford to buy that software. I want to start 3D printing stuff to go along with the stuff that I cut for the laser. You know, just integrate all the tools that I have, 3D printing, laser, and the CNC, into one package. What time is it? 7 o'clock? You still 4 beers in, or you 5 beers in? Stick with Vectric through CNC. Oh, so that was my question earlier. Is Vectric like Milmage, where it's CAD and CAM all in the same one, or do I still need Vectric and then a separate software? Does Vectric control the CNC, or does it just make the G code? Going to get the 5th one. I'm going to get the 1st one. I'll turn my phone off over here before the battery dies. All right, so with that trick, I need G Cinder. And G Cinder is a lot better than easel, right? I want a 3D printer. If I could talk my wife into Hey, I bought 3D printers. I've had a 3D printer now, probably one from 10 years ago. And the one I just got is so much better than the 3D printer that I bought for myself years ago. Mainly because the one I have now, it does 4 colors, so you don't have to switch anything out. And it auto levels the bed, and the bed actually is a better material than I've had in the past. So in the past, I've had to use painter's tape, blue painter's tape, or put the little sticky glue to get the 3D prints to stick. Not anymore. You just set it, you walk away, and you come back, and it's all done. No, the one I got is not a Bamboo Lab. It's Wonder Maker. Here, let me see if I can bring up the one I've got. I've played with it a little bit. I looked at the Bamboo Lab ones. So let's see, Bamboo Lab. I was very close to buying a Bamboo Lab. So the Bamboo Lab 540 PS2. Okay, so look at this. So you got Bamboo Labs PS2 is $7.99. Now I'm not. You do what you want to do, but Wonder Maker ZR. This is the one I've got here. So it's a 300 by 300 by 300, 4 colors off to the side. So you don't need this AMS thing, this top thing that Bamboo has, because it's just off to the side. So it does exactly the same thing. Where's the price? It's made by, yeah, Sane Smart. Oh, this one's, no, 630.39. But what? So that's 639, but if you go to Amazon, $540. Are you kidding me? Like, uh, yeah, you would have to build an enclosure if you want to do ABS. So Bamboo has that enclosure. This one they sell, like this has all the stuff on it, the main enclosure, and they sell that as an upgrade if you want. I think it's like $200. But honestly, how often are you using ABS? I use PLA for everything. It is so scary easy to use. So what I use, you have to use either Fusion 360 or Tinkercad. I mean, I made some good designs on Tinkercad, but then you drop it into this Orca slicer, which is, I guess, sort of standard. So, even Bamboo uses a version of Orca slicer. So this main file was already made for a Bamboo Lab, but I just put it on my Wonder Maker, and it printed multicolor just like this on the bed. I basically just pushed it, told it which color on my machine represents which color in the 3D model, and I walked away. And you come back a while later, what does this say? 18 hours. So you come back the next day, and it's done. You just pick it up, you pinch the little plate, and you walk away, and you're done. And the tolerances are crazy, too. Like, it's not that far off. I like it. It's definitely easy to use. You got 4 3D printers, 2 old Ender 3s, and a Bamboo X1C. Well, the X1C is an older one too, isn't it? That's their older model. I think that's and then they came out with the P2S or PS2. And one Mars 4 resin printer. Yeah, see, I want to stay away from the resin. That kind of made me nervous about having all that liquid possibility of spilling and all the ventilation you need. So I've got a Creality CR10S, which is the larger bed. I think that's a 300 millimeter or maybe 296. It's a big bed, but the bed moves not. So the bed moves front and back, and the print head moves left to right. With the machine that I have now, the bed moves up and down, and the print head moves all three ways, two ways. So it goes forward and back and left and right, and the machine goes up and down. Anyway, yeah, it's very easy to use. No, you need to enclose it if you use ABS because it keeps the temperature regulated. ABS needs a specific temperature to extrude, and you need the ambient temperature to be okay, or you can get bad prints. PLA is a softer plastic, so it's more forgiving. But also, if you make something and put it in your car and it's a hot day, it'll deform. Well, yeah, ABS is I mean, all plastic is toxic to a point. You won't be sitting there huffing it. I mean, the resin is pretty nasty too, I would imagine. Bed slinger. Let's see what you're talking about here. For wait, helps if I can type. For XY. Okay, yeah. Oh, you figured? Yeah, when the bed moves, it's no good. Too much vibration, too much. Well, your Ender 3s are like that too, though, right? Yeah, and don't you need like a different hot end too for the ABS? You need like a hardened steel something. So with your Bamboo Labs 3D printer, do you have any of those different bases that puts like the hollow look on the bottom of the print? They have them where you can make it look like carbon fiber because the bed is carbon fiber and it kind of imprints that into the 3D print. Oh, you don't need a special thing for ABS? I don't know. I don't print ABS. I print if I need something a little bit stronger, I go with that PETG because it's just what I've always done. Well, this is looking pretty good. I wonder. It's a little off though. I wonder if it's because I closed the software and I opened it back up. Yeah, that's. Man, I'm sweating over here. You lucky I'm not wearing shorts. I'm in Southwest West Florida, man. It was cold here today. I had to wear my little sweatshirt. And then it got up to, let's see, what was the weather today? Let me look that up here. Man, yeah, it is cold today. It's 70 degrees. Oh, you got the textured plate? Yeah, see, I want to try one of those. We had a cold snap here, what was it, 3 weeks ago? For about a week. A lot of our plants are not doing so hot, but seems to be doing better now. I wonder if I have this on. I got this on 2 passes, don't I? Yep, that's a mistake. All right, let's square this away. What do we got? We got another 2 minutes left on that. Yeah, I don't like cold weather. It's not good for me. So what projects would you all recommend me making? So I got the 3D printer, I got the laser. I'm trying to figure out the CNC. I need to make some product to bring to this craft show. It's an American Legion event that'll be toward the end of March. So it'll be after St. Patrick's Day and right before Easter. And what's the other one? Mother's Day, I think, is in there too. So I got to come up with some ideas of things I can laser etch, 3D print, and carve that may actually sell. I did cut multi-layer. Here, let me get this. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. So I got this one. Ugh. So that's a multi-layer carve. I think it's 8 sheets there. So I got to stain these. I think this might sell at an American Legion. Got a couple other versions of this that I can make. But this just takes up, I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 layers in this. All right, Ken, man, take it easy. Warm up. Oh, yeah, you got to go run and see Bearded Viking. I understand. All right. Looks like this will be finishing here in a minute. A little off center though. This one you could definitely see it. Oh, excuse me. Come on, you. Finish up. Uh-oh. One last beer in the fridge. That happened to Nick and I the one day. We were working on his car. And we both grabbed our... I drink Miller Lite. He drinks Coors Light. We both grabbed each our own last beer. And I said the same thing. I was like, oh my goodness, that's it. We're done. And he said, forget that. They deliver. And he had DoorDash or somebody deliver 2 cases of beer. That's it. Nothing else. Just 2 cases of beer. All right, let me carve this again. So I got some more questions for you, Jack. So the Vectric software, when you get the software, I always see the guy from IDC setting up like because he has the roughen bits like the Badger or the Beast or the Hog or one of those names. He sets a toolpath up to remove quickly all the waste, and then he sets a separate toolpath up to do the detail work. Now, does Vectric do that easily, or is that a difficult thing to accomplish? Because in Milmage, I could see where I can set up a pocket and a profile, but I don't see where I can do like a rough in and a detail. The Beast. So do you think with the 300-watt spindle, I can get away with using a 1/4-inch bit? Can't do 380 at all. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna go with Vectric, like you said. I'll just spend the 350. I'll get that, and then that will allow me to do. So you get the Hog, the Beast, and the Badger. Let's see. The Beast. That's a 1/4 inch. I don't know if my 300-watt spindle is going to be able to handle that 1/4 inch bit. And it's out of stock. No? So I want to do like signs. Like you did a video of that welcome home. I want to do that kind of stuff. I don't need a 1/4 inch bit. So you think I could do it all with an 1/8 of an inch bit for like house signs and stuff like that? That's really what I want to try to do. Because I think I can get a lot of customization and orders off of those. Um, let's see. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, damn it. Here, this is what I want to do here. Like this sign here, this backyard sign. I want to do something like that. I want to be able to do that. This welcome to our home sign, I want to be able to make these. Like basically all this stuff that's on this Yeah, all the stuff that's on these metric training things. That's what I want to do. Well, the machine's only 16 by 16, so I'm fine with that size. I don't want to get a big machine. 16-inch by 16-inch. I'll keep it to that small. Um, well, here actually, let's see. Maybe we can talk. Um, let me see something. We have the technology. I think. What time is it? 7:30. If I canceled the YouTube live and went TikTok live, I could probably invite you as a. Are you on TikTok? Do you have a TikTok account? I could probably invite you as a co-creator or a co-host. I think that's what they call it. I know a lot could be done on a 16 by 16. That's what my problem was. I don't know if they can do. If I could do. There's a way to do a co-stream. I'll do research. We'll figure it out. But I think we could do two. Oh shit! I left my CNC on. Turn that off. I think there's a way you could do a dual, like a Zoom call kind of YouTube. Anyway, but no, 16 by 16. That's a big enough bed for me. I made the mistake a while back of getting too large of a machine for what I needed. But like all the stuff is right here, like this kind of stuff here, this home sweet home with this carving, that would be awesome if I could do that. But this says Vetric Aspire. Oh, there you go. But you see this? This is some. Where'd it go? Like the 3D sign. I don't need to model the sign because I could probably do that in Fusion or using that image create that thing that they have. Definitely don't want to spend $2,000 on software. I guess this beginner stuff. If I could do these beginner things, I mean, that's how I learned how to use Lightburn. And then I started showing other people how to use Lightburn. Yeah, I don't know if I need to do that. How did you make all your 3D files? You use that image create? Yeah, this video, this looks like this is a simple thing. Welcome to our home, all cut out with a couple of holes. Let's see, CNC signs. Yeah, all these. These things will probably sell like hotcakes. Look, this guy's selling this for $70. He just uses a mask. Yeah. 24 by 19. Yes, you don't need 24 by 19. Look at this guy. I always wonder, like, are you actually selling all this mess? 12-inch rustic. So that's nice. That's only 12 inches. Could totally make that. Wonder how long that would take to carve, though. No. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. Nice. Yeah. You have an acquired copy? Lovely. Yeah, okay, so this is compatible with VCarve desktop. Well, what happened when I first started making the Lightburn tutorials, I reached out to them after a couple of my videos popped off and had like over 30,000 views. So I reached out to them. I'm like, look, do you have an affiliate link? Because I'm making tutorials and I'm sending people to your software. What do you have? And they're like, oh, well, we'll give you the license code and we'll extend it to like 4 or 5 years with 4 computers or whatnot. So if I could do that with Vectric, I don't know if they'll do it, but hey, it never hurts to ask. That's how I got the CNC machine and a 3D printer and a golf cart battery. I've been leveraging my YouTube channel as much as I can. All right, so if I could do this with VCarve desktop, $350. Jesus. I just wish they say $14.54 per month, equivalent to. I wish they would just charge me $15 for 2 years and then say, here, the software is yours. It's a lot of money to put out. 3D roughing and finishing. I feel like the 3D roughing would take the time down on the carve, though, wouldn't it? Merging toolpath templates, gadgets, job setup sheets, keep out zones. See, what is the V-carve inlay? That's what I need to know. Oh, that I want to do that. Oh, I totally want to do that. Have you done V-carve inlays? Oh, I have to do that. Look, man, you can do that on your cutting boards. Oh. Hmm. God, I would want to do that. That is a nice inlay. God, look at that butterfly. Jesus. All right, but that's only available on V-carve Pro. Damn it. $700. All right, looks like I need to make at least $1,000 at my craft show. $300 to pay for all the supplies of everything that I'm making and for the booth. And $700 so I can buy software so I can make more elaborate products. Never stops. Can't stop, won't stop. On my finish pass, if you're using a tapered bull nose, we're only using an 8% step over. Super small cutting, so roughing pass is not needed. All right, so knowing what you know, I got a 300 watt spindle, 16 by 16 bed. I think it's 3-inch deep, and an 1/8 inch collet. What bit do you buy? Do I buy the Badger bit from IDC? And I'm starting out, so I may break the bit. Do I buy a ball nose? Do I get a roughing bit, an upcut, V-grooving? Which bit would you buy? Or do you get a set? Fine detail tapered ball nose. Not the super. Okay, so let's see. So this one right here? Something like that, you think? Okay. Well, here, let's filter this by shank. Well, there's only 3 shanks. Should I get one of these sets, maybe? Or am I going to have to get 1/4 inch collet? This guy here? Oh, $29. Let's see. This guy? Ultra fine? Oh, hot damn. That one? Hmm. What's going on? What's going on?
It was the last one on his team to go, and the whole team left. And the coach was nowhere.
Hmm.
But he's in a really good mood.
All right, so this is the 3D carves. Yeah, that looks... And this is good at taking material away too? Or do I take the material away and then use that? Fits most CNC routers and spindles. 10-degree tape minimizes tip deflection and sharp detail. Ideal for 3D relief signs, blacks, CNC inlays. And fine woodworking projects produces clean surfaces, less sanding required, and trusted CNC professionals. The thickness of the wood, I don't know. I usually get 6/4 or 5/4 from my lumber mill, so 1 inch or less. either an inch or I would say between an inch and a half an inch. So yeah, an inch, 3/4, or half inch. That's probably the three main sizes I'm going to be using. Nothing terrible. I mean, I'm not. The machine only takes 3 inches worth of wood. I'm probably could modify it, but yeah, probably could modify it. Okay, 1 inch or less. No need for roughing. Perfect. Spend $30, get a bit, and well, I've got to get the ER11 collet for 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch. But yeah, I'll get that and I'll try it out. Hmm. So I'd like to do the V-carve inlays though. Now, when you purchased your Vectric, did you go straight to Pro or did you get the desktop and then upgrade to Pro? Because I'm curious if I can buy the desktop, use it, and then eventually spend the extra to upgrade. What's TVN? Tapered bullnose. So did they just charge you the difference to upgrade? So you paid like $350 and then another $250 or whatnot? Yeah. I think that may be what I do too. This way I could step into it, I could try it, make sure it's exactly what I want before jumping into all the other features. I could probably do quite a bit on just the standard Pro too. Free shipping on CNC bit orders over $120. Nice. Well, what was I doing? I cut another thing over here. Damn it. And then I just turned my machine off. I probably lost the center. Yeah, you don't do inlays. So you're just making what, like large signs and stuff? What are you doing on that huge bed? You making pieces for? I don't know what you're doing. I guess signs, right? Well, I saw you did the carvings, but you can't just be doing carvings on that. See, I make my own cutting boards. So if I could do those V-carve inlays, that would be super awesome. And I think I get quite a bit of money for those as well. I could do the school's mascot and stuff like that. Plasma cut? Oh, so you're making metal signs. So you got the adapter to put the plasma torch on there? Well, good to you, man. Metal is not my forte. I'd rather stick with the wood. All right. I think I'm going to order that bit. And then I'll sign up for Vetric. Do a couple of signs. Save up some money. Buy the pro version so I can do the inlays down the road. Because I don't have any real cutting boards or anything like that. Oh man, I love it when you get 3D print parts and make your own stuff. I gotta start designing some of my own 3D stuff. I gotta 3D design a whole bunch of fixtures for my wall here. Let's check out the laser. Laser. Well, I think that's a bit centered more now. More better. I think I can. There we go. I like these tiny cams too. I just gotta get those cables so I can move them around. That's the OBS bot. I got them when they were on sale. Yeah, they're great. That's what this one here is. I want to put, I've been saying it for months now. I want to mount one to the ceiling so it could just follow me everywhere. Yeah, see, I use Mac, so, but I gotta get some more monitors. Not enough screens. Because I got my software here. I got the streaming stuff on one monitor. I've got, well, hold on, I gotta make my little short for tomorrow. My 365 days in the shop. All right. Part of the 365 days in the shop. This is what we got. Laser printing or laser printing. Laser etching. Let's turn that camera. Got our Christmas inspired coasters and our live setup here. We got our Mac, our OBS bot, all of our displays, our mosquito. But like I was saying, we need to get another monitor right there so we can have more computer space. And then we also have a new computer over here for our CNC. So much stuff. A couple more weeks, we'll get all these boards on the wall. Look like an official shop. Yeah, I mean, they're small. They were smaller than I thought they were going to be when they showed up. I got two $3,000 cams behind me. Came from work. The OBS bot is better, yeah. But you can't. You gotta love the stuff that just shows up. I talk to some people now. They can't believe how much product is sent to me just for testing and all that kind of stuff. But if they're willing to send it and sometimes pay me for it, might as well. Well, all right, we got about, well, we're over a minute and a half, so hopefully this will finish up soon. I don't know what that is. Let me look that up. Logie rally can with sound bar. Wow. That's what came from your work? Jesus. Well, that is something. I like the price tag on the OBS spots. I think the one was 120, the other one was like 80 bucks. Yeah, I mean, I zoomed in quite a bit on that, and that's a pretty clear picture. I think. Oh. There it is. That came out pretty good. Not bad for AI. All right, so what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3. Let's make a set of 4. I should probably go. I'll make a set of 4 and then I'll put them on the school community that link that up. Everybody loves free stuff. All right, so what is that? That's 1, 2. Oh, crap. Control Z. Lock that in there. All right. Oop. Just need to get one more design here. So let's see. We wish you pot of gold in St. Patrick's Day. That's kind of AIS, happy St. Patrick's Day. March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Party. Festival. I guess we're going to go with the pot of gold here. Ah. Group that together, move this over. Center that. Hit control, move that down. See, that's still kind of weird. It looks off. All right, that looks centered. Okay, let's home the machine. Preview says 3 minutes. Come on, I said home the machine. Your OBS was 170. 4K. I think the camera. Let's see, OBS, spot, tiny. Yeah, so I got one 4K one. This is the one I got. Yeah, this one was on sale. It was like 120. I think I got the two for the $200. Yeah, and that's the 4K one on the laser right now. I should have the 4K one on me, right? Nah, nobody wants to see that. But I should change them out. So the 4K one is on me, and the other one is on the machine. Going? Sorry, that's cruel and unusual. All right, last beer and last coaster. I'm gonna go put a clear coat on this. I'll be right back. All right. IDC 22 hours ago. Period Viking online. He's just watching YouTube too. All right, Vetric it is. Lecard. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got 4. How to go? All right, I think we are done. Sweet. That concludes our laser coasters for St. Patrick's Day. We'll get our 4 set of files out there. We'll put those online for free. Everybody can download them and check them out. Maybe I'll make a video of how you can give. Oh, let me zoom out of that. Yeah, zoom out. Come on. Where are you? There we go. Got our 4 coasters. We'll put the files out there. Maybe next video I'll show how you can use ChatGPT or Gemini to generate images that you can put into your laser for free ideas. All right, man, it's about my time. I like to only do about 2-hour lives. So, Jack, got to figure a way where we can talk so we can chat it up and you can tell me everything I'm doing wrong with my CNC and we can get the right bits ordered and the right files filing. But till then, I'll see you guys in about 2 weeks. Sorry you ran out of beer, Jack. Gotta buy more for next time. All right. We'll talk to you all later. Right? Yeah. What you're doing wrong is not using enough. I use it all the time. I gotta start making some more YouTube videos. That's my problem. I've been in a little bit of a rut, but I got a few videos over to my video editor now, and she's gonna square me away, and hopefully those will be up and live and running soon. I'm making more videos for Amazon products though, so that's taking up a little bit more of my time than usual, but I got to get back to the YouTube, and I've got 2 channels now I'm trying to float. So, but 2 more weeks, I'll see you live. Cheers to you, Jack. See you in a couple weeks. Talk to you soon. Take care.